Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the latest whispers around the NFL, you've probably heard a lot of buzz about an impending blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC North in a way we haven't seen in recent memory. And it's not just speculation. Sources close to the league are murmuring that the Green Bay Packers are on the verge of making a move that could redefine their defensive future, and quite possibly, their Super Bowl chances for years to come. The player at the center of this potential seismic shift, Denzel Ward, the elite cornerback from the Cleveland Browns. Yes, you heard right. Ward, a player who's been one of the top shutdown corners in the league when healthy, might soon don the green and gold of the Packers. And if this happens, it's going to be a game changer. Let's break down what this trade could mean. Right now, the Browns are sitting at a 3-5 record, and they're in a bit of a rebuild mode after a season where their defense, despite some flashes of brilliance, has been leakier than they'd like. Giving up Ward, who's only 28 years old and still in his prime, makes sense for Cleveland, especially when you consider their cap situation. They're sitting at roughly $12. $1 million in cap space, but they're also looking to rebuild, focus on youth, and shore up their offensive line, which has been a concern, with a PFF grade around 69. Moving Ward for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft is a strategic move that allows them to free up cap space and focus on the future, even if it means losing a player of Ward's caliber. The Browns are clearly prioritizing building their front seven and secondary depth through draft capital, especially since they're aiming to strengthen their pass rush and run defense over the next couple of seasons. But if we zoom in on what this means for the Packers, it's a completely different story. Green Bay, sitting at an impressive 5-1-1 record and leading the NFC North, is looking to solidify their defense even further. Their secondary has been decent, allowing around 1 yards per target and giving up about 2 touchdowns per game, but with Alexander on injured reserve after that Week 5 knee injury, they've been a bit short-handed. Adding Ward, a true shutdown corner, could be the missing piece to elevate this secondary into elite territory. Ward's stats from 2025 are almost unbelievable. 8 games played, 4 interceptions, 9 pass deflections, and 45 tackles. That's a level of production that can't be ignored. His PFF grade of 88.7 is among the best in the league for cornerbacks, and his ability to shut down top receivers is well documented. He's a ball hawk, a player who can anchor your secondary and allow your safeties and other cornerbacks to play more aggressively, knowing they have a true lockdown presence on the outside. What makes Ward such a compelling fit for Green Bay? First, his style of play is exactly what the Packers have been missing at times. They've been good but not great at covering top receivers, especially in man coverage. Ward's success rate in man coverage is remarkable, with a success rate of around 72%, and his ability to make plays on the ball is what transforms a good secondary into a dominant one. In 2025, Ward returned 4 interceptions for a total of 112 yards, a statistic that's not just about making plays, but about game-changing moments. His advanced stats, like a passer rating allowed of just 68.2 and a missed tackle rate of only 4%, show that he's not just good at covering, but also reliable and consistent. For the Packers, acquiring Ward isn't just about upgrading a position. It's about creating a true no-fly zone, reminiscent of the Legion of Boom days. Imagine a secondary with Ward paired alongside McKinney, who boasts a PFF grade of 89.1. That duo could form the backbone of a defense that's not just good but feared. Ward's presence would drastically reduce opposing quarterbacks' ratings, bringing them down from an average of 84 to around 72, thanks to his ability to shut down deep threats and force quarterbacks into uncomfortable throws. This kind of upgrade could turn the Packers' defense into a top 5 unit in the league, especially in terms of creating turnovers and limiting big plays. And let's talk about the impact on the offense. With Ward's addition and the pressure he can generate on opponents' passing game, quarterbacks will have less time to find their targets. This means more sacks, more turnovers, and more opportunities for the Packers' offense to capitalize. Jordan Love, who's been developing nicely this season, would benefit immensely from a secondary that can force more incompletions and interceptions. The added pressure on the QB and the lockdown coverage on the outside could give Love that extra half-second he sometimes needs to find his receivers, especially on those critical third downs. It's easy to see how this move could elevate the entire team's performance, pushing the Packers from a solid 5-1-1 to a team with a real shot at dominating the NFC and making a deep playoff run. Statistically, if Ward joins Green Bay, projections suggest he could contribute around 5 interceptions this season, significantly lowering the yards allowed through passing by about 180 yards or more, and boosting the PFF secondary grade by roughly 6 points. When you combine Ward's skills with the already solid performances of players like McKinney, the Packers could form a secondary that's as close to impenetrable as you can get in today's NFL. And this isn't just about one player. Adding Ward sends a message to the rest of the league that Green Bay is serious about winning now and in the future. It transforms their defense into a formidable force capable of holding even the most explosive offenses in check. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade could have ripple effects across the NFC North and beyond. For starters, if Ward's addition boosts the Packers' chances of a Super Bowl appearance, it also increases their odds of securing a top seed in the NFC. The betting odds for Green Bay, which were at plus 1,800 earlier, could shift dramatically to plus 1,000 or better, especially if Ward's impact is as significant as many expect. This move could also be a strategic blow to rivals like the 49ers, with the Packers gaining an edge in the playoffs, containing deep passing attacks and forcing turnovers. Historically, big CB trades like Ramsey to the Rams or the Eagles, recent moves have turned teams into dynasties, and if Ward lives up to his potential, the Packers could be on that path again. Furthermore, this trade signals that the Packers are willing to go all in on their championship ambitions. They've shown patience and smart roster management under GM Brian Gutekunst, and now they're making a bold statement. With Jordan Love maturing and the defense getting a major upgrade, the Packers are positioning themselves as a favorite in the NFC. The division rivals, especially the Lions and Vikings, will have to rethink their strategies, because a secondary featuring Ward and McKinney could stifle even the most potent passing attacks. It's a move that could define the NFC North for years to come, shifting the balance of power decisively in Green Bay's favor. Of course, every trade has its questions. The Browns are taking a risk by trading Ward, especially considering his value and the fact that their secondary might lose some depth in the process. But they're betting on youth and draft capital, believing they can develop a new core through the draft and free agency. Meanwhile, the Packers are betting on Ward's health and consistency, knowing that when healthy, he's among the best at his position. If he remains injury-free and continues to perform at this high level, this trade could be remembered as one of the best moves in recent NFL history, propelling Green Bay back into championship contention and setting a new standard for defensive excellence. In conclusion, folks, this isn't just a rumor or a fleeting whisper. It's a potential game changer. If it comes to fruition, the Green Bay Packers will have added a true game changer to their roster, a player who can elevate their defense to elite status and help secure that elusive Super Bowl title. It's a move that's reminiscent of past dynasty-building trades, but with a modern twist, focused on youth, talent, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. The NFL landscape might shift dramatically in the coming days, and the Packers could be at the forefront of that change. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and the implications are enormous for fans who dream of another Lombardi Trophy in Green Bay. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you believe Ward can be the missing piece that finally pushes this team over the top? Or do you think Cleveland is making a mistake by parting ways with such a talented player? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and inside insights, so stay tuned for all the latest Green Bay Packers news. Whether it's roster moves, game analysis, or the latest rumors, this channel is your go-to source. Thanks for being with us, and as always, go Pack Go.